Hey, everybody.
Howdy.
Howdy. It's Sunday. Yeah, all of a sudden you're all country.
Mexico.
So, hey, before we get started, I noticed as soon as we got our weekly shower and we got all dressed up here, I looked over, I said, I recognize that top you got. Yeah, where'd you get that?
At Desvon.
Desvon, yeah.
In Cabo.
It's a long time ago.
From Berta.
We met some friends over there, and it's been a wonderful, I mean, it's for at least 10 years, yeah. And we've met them at one of the stores in the mall.
Yeah.
And then
they were playing Christian music in there, remember? Yeah. Oh, it's been more than 10 years because then the next week when we came back, the next year when we came back, they were playing our CD in there, remember?
Right, they were, I know.
I'm like, oh my gosh, turn that off.
Or somebody hears it. So.
Yeah, no, turn it off before somebody hears it.
So yes.
That's me singing something.
So we got to be friends with them, and so it's been more than 10 years. It's been like 15 years. And so we get to see them when we go there, and Vicente and Antonio and Blanca and all these people that we met that first year.
Yeah.
It's been good. So we got a trip booked. So we're going to be going back to Cabo San Lucas again. We didn't get to go last year, and then it's been 18 months since we were able to travel. So we're pretty excited about that. So a week from today, I get my second vaccine. And then the week after that, you get yours, right? I get my second vaccine, yeah. And then 2 weeks after that, man, we're going.
Yep. As soon as I'm fully vaccinated.
I mean,
not a minute later.
No, I mean that day. So, I mean, it's been such a long grind to get here. I mean, just the 2020 with the COVID would have been enough. And then, with all my stuff and, us thinking we'll never be able to do that again. And yet here we are. We're about to be vaccinated, and I'm doing, pretty well. And I'm anxious, I mean, I think I'm going to do okay.
We're going to be careful. We'll be wearing masks. We won't be around people, and we'll just be as careful as we can until everybody's vaccinated or we've got herd immunity, and then we look forward to getting back together with everybody.
Yep. Oh, I'm anxious for that. I mean, there's just been so much that we've missed, for a whole year, and looking forward to being back. It's about to happen. So it's one thing that I think that in the next couple of months, probably we will be playing back in church, and I don't know how many more of these Sunday things we're going to be able to do or even need to do, but it's been such a thing for us. We've done this for over 6 months, and it's
been good for us.
It's been our thing. So, we every Sunday, we take our shower and we get our weekly shower, and
that's too much personal info.
We're going to talk about
TMI.
that. We're going to talk about that. And we have this fun time, and then, I mean, I really look forward to when we do this, and we get messages from people saying, Rod, this thing you said, or this song you played, or Rhonda, whatever, all these things, and that we still engage with people, and even though we're kind of stuck here, but as I said, we're about to have a vaccine, and I think in the next month or 2 months, it's going to be our time we don't have to be sitting over here on our one wonderful acre. This acre has been so good for me. From the day I got out of the hospital, I had a place to sit, and then I had a place to walk, and I walked with a stick, remember that? And all
you first walked with some oxygen.
Oh, first I dragged that oxygen bottle around until, we had to go smooth the area so the bottle would roll over there. But I mean, this has been great, but we're like everybody else. We're ready to not be stuck here anymore. But, it's been a long time. It's been, almost a year and a half. We've got some bad habits.
A year. Not a year and a half.
No?
You got preacher timing.
Okay, that's true.
It's only been a year.
Okay, if you say so. So, but in that year, we've had some opportunities to maybe pick up some bad habits. It's just been you and I. I mean,
What are you talking about? We?
We? You? Okay. So we wanted to talk a little bit about, what we need to work on before we can fully integrate back into society. It's just been the two of us, and some things it's like they're perfectly fine when it's just us. But when we get back out
the things we've gotten comfortable with, like going to the bathroom with the door open.
We're good with all of this.
Please don't do that.
Okay,
Please don't ever do that when you're out in public.
So, but one of the things is, in the past year, here's one thing, we both gained some weight. Okay?
Yes.
We've dealt with some weight issues, and I know everybody has. I mean, I see it every day on Facebook, and, people just like, oh gosh, the 2020 just, I got the COVID weight or whatever people call it. And, it's fun to say that, but, it's a real thing. And we joke about it all the time. And we both know, we know it's real. We put on some weight, and we just make fun of it. The other day I was outside, I was in the other shop, and I think I was working on the lawnmower or something. I came in and sat down, and Rhonda was looking at me. I said, what? Do I have some grease on my chin? And what'd you say?
Which one?
Which one? Okay, I know I've grown a couple of extra chins, and then we just think that's funny. Which one?
I just snorted.
Oh gosh, don't. Okay, you know what? Everybody has done that. Don't do that.
Let me pull mine up here.
So just be ready that everybody has, gained some weight, and don't make a joke like that. That's for us.
Okay, I wasn't joking with anybody else like that.
You wouldn't, except for we do it, and then if you just came out, one of our friends said,
I wouldn't let that just come out.
Got something on my chin? Like, which one?
I'd be like, I don't see anything.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. So be careful. Everybody has gained some weight. So be careful about that. One of my biggest things that I know I'm going to have to work on, I know this, so is Rhonda told me, she said, look, it's just been the two of us. Your language has gotten a little coarse. And of course I'm like, what? Bullshit. I think I'm just perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Same old. So anyway, I'm gonna work on that. So, if Rhonda says that's the case, I'm gonna work on that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing for me, so I've been working from home. So after I got out of the hospital, there was a few months, and then so for at least 6 months, I've probably been working here. We're in our office, and I work from home. And
it used to be my office.
It used to be your office, and now it's my office.
It's Roger's office.
Our office.
No, it's yours.
Okay. So I work from home. I work on a computer, and so all day long I'm on telephone calls and Zoom. Some form of Zoom. It's not all Zoom. I do some Zoom calls. You do?
I do a couple.
I know.
Once a week.
And so one thing I found about Zoom, this is how I flowed into it. I don't log on with my video. I uploaded a picture, and so I don't do live. It just shows my picture. And then I hit mute, and so I'm free to just sit back and do anything I want. And so one of the things, though, with doing that, with it not showing me live, showing a picture, is that every time somebody says something, I'm just rolling my eyes. And I'm on mute, so I'm like, are you kidding me?
So nobody can hear you?
Nobody can hear me say it.
That's what I do too.
Rolling my eyes.
I've got a picture up there too.
And rolling my eyes and saying, are you kidding me? Everything somebody says. And so you can't.
So this is Raj when he's on a Zoom call. Everybody's just like, oh, he's smiling.
Hey.
Look at that. Look how sweet he is. And then back behind the picture, he's going,
get that out of here.
And his coarse language is going with it because he's muted, I'm sure.
I don't know what you're talking about, coarse language.
You guys need to see this again. I know. It's crazy that we have a life-size picture of Raj here. Thank you, Sean.
That was Sean McMillan made that. It's a long story. So I was out of the office for a month, like 2 years ago.
You don't need to tell the long story.
Okay, all right. So.
Because we'll be here forever if he does.
Stop doing that thing. The Zoom thing. You can't do that in a live meeting. When you go back to a meeting, you're sitting around there, and somebody across the way says something, You can't just like, oh, are you kidding me?
Take note of your surroundings. Yes. You are not on Zoom anymore.
So I'm gonna work on that. So
I'm hoping I can still be on Zoom.
That's gonna be hard. I've watched you. You do the Zoom, and you put your picture up there, not so you can roll your eyes, so people think you're still there. I see you walking around, getting your steps, going to the bathroom, walk out back.
This is true.
Do whatever, come back in, listen. They called on me yet?
And I'm thinking, this doesn't have anything to do with me, so as soon as we get to something,
No, at some point you're going to have to be sitting there. You're going to have to be engaged in the whole thing. You can't walk around. You can't roll your eyes and all those things. So work on that. I'm going to be working on that this month.
Thanks for calling me out on that, though.
I know, I've seen it, so I do the same thing, but nobody knows. They see Rhonda's picture.
Some people that they do the video of themselves, and we can see them talking to each other.
Yeah.
Especially if it's two of them. They're just, you can't hear them, but you're like, what are they saying?
They're
talking about you.
What are they saying? I think I saw my name in there.
Or the ones that don't mute.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes, I had a picture, one of my pictures that I put on there, and then maybe we can show it, but it was this picture of me going, all mad. And then I had it as my picture, and I know when Debbie or one of these people, would start going on and on, all I had to do was cough. If you cough, it shows your picture, the person talking. It brings your picture up. And there was a picture of me like this. And so that saved me probably half an hour on every meeting. All I had to do was cough, and somebody saw me doing it.
Did you just call Debbie out?
Yeah, it was, Miss Trammell, she'd go on and on anyway. All right, so there's a couple things. Remember, everybody's gained weight, and be careful with your language, and then
be careful in your meetings.
Your Zoom meetings. So here's one we just noticed the other day. You know what? After spending a whole year, not a year and a half, a whole year, we're the only two people that have dinner. In a year and a half, suddenly, I think I'm 3-year-old Oni when I'm eating. Talking with food in my mouth. We just talking the whole time. Take a bite of chicken. Just blah, 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 blah. It's not supposed to be that, okay? Okay. You're going to have to relearn how to eat around people, not just us.
Yeah, because it's not pretty.
I don't care if I'm, talking with food in my mouth with Rhonda. I don't want to be that way.
Why don't you care?
I don't know why I don't care. I should care. I should care the same as, 25 years ago when we met. And yet, I don't. So I'm sorry. But I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there.
Oh, you were careful when we first met.
I was.
Oh,
and
that was so sweet.
I should be just as careful. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that reach this point where they slip back into some stuff. And I'm one of them. So I'm going to be much more careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I only have a tiny little list of things I need to work on when I go back into.
If you say so. Don't ask me, but if you think you only have.
What do you think I need to work on?
No,
What? Go
I'm
tell me.
Go there. No.
He doesn't go.
I will help you.
He doesn't want to get whopped right now in front of everybody.
Nope, I don't. I certainly do not. That's another thing, but I do not.
What's going on right here?
Oh, so this, yeah. So we're almost at the end of this, and I thought, well, I'm gonna do something a little different. I used to do this. Oh gosh, maybe I'll post some pictures on Facebook on time when me and facial hair was just. There were no boundaries.
Because all his guy friends were telling me, "Oh, Raj, we love the facial hair. Keep doing it. Grow a bigger beard. We love that goatee." All his guy friends jumping in and saying, "Oh, we love it."
All right. Well, I've kind of gotten past that, and I don't. But I thought
because you're not growing it for them.
Nah, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, I said, "Well, we're about at the end of this thing. I think I'll go a little goatee," and it's like, ugh,
a little scruffy.
It's driving me crazy. So
it's driving me crazy.
This is just over a week, but this is the last day. I'll be.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I can't even kiss him with that scruffiness. It's pokey.
Yeah. Okay, well, you used to didn't care.
I did care.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so the last thing, and this is something that has came up a few times, and it came up a couple of weeks ago because we were doing something. We were having outdoor lunch, 20 feet from somebody, and then I said, "Hey, look!" Remember that?
I do remember
Okay.
that, but you know why I remember it? Because you do it to me every
Every
day.
day, yes, I know.
Every day.
I know. So
Every day.
I got no problem with whatever we're doing, pointing out. We're walking, we're eating, we're outside, whatever. Hey, look! A new bird. And so
We could be in the middle of a very serious conversation. I mean, like, serious conversation. And this guy right here. Hey, look! Is that a robin?
no, I would not point out a robin.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. It would have to be something more rare than a robin.
No. Oh, I've never seen a robin at the bird bath before.
I haven't seen one lately. It was a big deal.
Okay, see.
I haven't seen one for months. So.
Wait, is that a new bird on the fence back there?
I don't know why birds became such a thing. I've been around birds my whole life, and the thing is, I get texts every day. So this whole bird thing
because we're all bored.
Not just with me, but with Vicky and Joyce and a whole bunch of people. Suddenly, we're stuck at home, and we all became these bird watchers.
Okay, I didn't.
I know you didn't, but others have, and it's a big deal. So, Vicky texts me like, "Raj, look at this. I've never seen these before."
I think, okay, next time it happens to you, you need to say, "Hey, wait, baby. I'm going to call Vicky. Wait, I'm going to call Joyce." Hold on. Hold your thought for just a second. Because I'm going to call somebody that cares about these birds.
A lot of people have become bird watchers during this time. So.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just a few thoughts for us that we're going to be thinking about during the next couple of month or so, and trying to work on, the language thing, and
we're gonna be working on Raj.
It's not just me. Man, you act like you're perfect. Pretty close, but okay. We're going to be working on stuff together.
I'll work on my own stuff.
How to integrate back into society, and we hope you will too. But here's what I would like to hear. So we only had a few things. We got, our list is much longer than this. It is. It's not nearly as funny, but if you have some things that you're going to have to think about, in the next month or two, put it in the comments. I would love to hear it. Everybody would love to hear your thoughts. This is something that I got to work on. And some of them might be the same, but some of them are going to be different. So put them in the comments. Even if you're listening to this a week from now or 2 weeks, just drop it in the comments and we'll get an alert. Like, I want to see what they're working on and what they have to think about.
I know what I'll be working on. Yeah. It's none of this stuff that you're talking about.
This is funny stuff.
Maybe I need to work on my course language.
Well, maybe. I wouldn't call you out on that.
Nah.
The other day, I think I heard you say "darn," which I haven't heard for a long time.
And he's like, "Whoa, baby! Wait, whoa! Are you mad?"
Get that under control, man.
No, mine is gonna be space and grace.
Space and grace.
Space and grace.
What is that?
I think I'm gonna give people their space. I'm gonna take my space too, but I'm gonna stay far enough away from people, give them their space, because I know we are very conscious of our personal space, because we don't want anybody to be in our personal space. I'll make sure that I give everyone else their personal space. And then grace, because everybody's situation is different. Ours is different. We have no idea what people walked through in the last year.
Yes.
And so to give them grace in how they reacted and how they're still reacting to everything that's happened in the last year, and kind of integrating back into society, we don't know what people have been through. And so I think that's the best thing we can do, is give people their space and extend grace to everyone, because we don't know. We didn't walk in their shoes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really good. I hadn't heard that before, but yeah, that's really good. be ready to give that grace as we all move back into this.
Oh, I need to work on it.
You know, when you hear Raj, you know, say a bad word, like, well, you know, he's working on it, and you know, don't jump all over him immediately. Wait a couple of weeks and then help him. But yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Is that your advice to me? Wait a couple of weeks before I jump on you about
Please.
your coarse words.
Please. But yeah, then who knows what we're gonna be coming across, you know, as we get out there and we start seeing people again, and you know, that they might be like, hey, you know, I don't remember them being like that. Well, they didn't used to be. Now we are.
Well, I know that we feel probably more sheltered than many people, and not ready to take as many risks as some people have. But we need to recognize that some other people are, you know, they're ready and they're good, and they're good to go, and they don't feel the same sense of insecurity that maybe we feel. And so we need to, you know, present them with some grace, and hopefully it'll come back to us as well. And
yes, please show some grace.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need it,
because we have been sheltered for an entire year, and it's going to be a little bit shaky ground for us getting back into everything.
We talk all the time about people being in a bubble. You know, you get in this, you're just surrounded by a small group of people, and how, you know, that really influences you, and to the point where maybe you don't do as well. You know, you don't think enough about people who aren't in that. And here we've been shrank to a very small bubble. And, you know, we like to think, we talk all the time about our bubble is big. You know, our bubble extends from,
It used to be,
you know, 16 countries. You know, and now it's been, our bubble has been
1 acre.
So
an acre.
Show us grace, and show
Please,
everybody grace. And yes. Hey, I wanted to mention about it. I forgot to, you got a hat on. Yeah, you look.
I'm trying to emulate Rod.
I know, I love you with a hat. So Rhonda never wears a hat. Once in a while she'll wear a ball cap, and so I asked today,
I like wearing a ball cap.
Put on a hat. Maybe today we'll do a little different. No, I don't want to wear a hat. I don't even have a hat. Okay, well, except for
the ones that we bought.
She pulled out this stack of hats this big. So we have bought hats in I don't know how many countries, I don't know how many continents. We buy a hat.
They're souvenirs.
It's for the collection. So Rhonda started pulling all these hats out this morning. How about this one? How about this one? You know, and then anyway, wound up with this one. So looks good.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Remember this?
I remember.
Everybody, the last time we had a Roots Gospel Jam concert, you know, way back when
February of 2020.
Yeah, and before that, this when we passed these out, I think it was
The year
August.
before.
It was like 105 degrees, and we had these. So
our air conditioner wasn't working too good in the
wasn't
church.
Staying up.
Yep.
So we got the fans. And anyway, we are really planning to make all this stuff happen and get our vaccines and be able to have a Roots Gospel Jam concert toward the end of the summer, maybe even early September,
maybe
late August, something like that.
Yeah, when more people have gotten their vaccines and we're getting closer to the herd immunity.
Yep. So that's our plan. So be thinking about that. And I mean, you know, we picked a couple of songs today from Gospel Jam for that reason. But you know, Rhonda and I playing them is one thing. We want to play them with everybody.
Yeah, we want to have everybody singing them.
You know, get back to that and be able to look out there and just see all these people singing. And so anyway, that's our plan. That's where we're headed. So we're getting close. So we're gonna play a couple of Gospel Jam songs.
Yep, get on my stool. Get ready. You ready?
I'm kind of ready. Well, hallelujah.
I'm ready. Hallelujah.
I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm ready to go. In the darkness of night, all the star was in sight. On the highway that's headed down below. you there because
You did good.
I didn't know if you were going back to the chorus again.
I know, you did good. Oh man, so it's been a long time since I've sang that song, and
Takes a lot of breath, doesn't it?
it takes a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite ready for that yet, but I'm getting closer.
Maybe in
so
a few months when we do gospel.
maybe by September I'll be able to. Hallelujah, and I'm ready to go. But a few months ago I couldn't even done that. So.
So,
All
all right, you ready for the next one?
So that's just straight up E, right? No
I
capo?
think so.
All right, hold on. So when we play music in church, Rhonda sets up everything so we don't have these kind of things.
Oh, you're spoiled?
I am kind of spoiled.
He is. I try to make it so people don't have to worry about stuff.
No, you do. I'm gonna sing like
Get
this.
to it.
I wondered so aimless.
I messed you up. I wondered so
Stop.
much.
Stop. You don't need that. You got me.
Okay.
I wondered so aimless, like it was sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered along. Worries and fears I claimed for my own. Then like the blind man, God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I was a fool to wander and stray. Straight is the gate and narrow the way. Now I have traded the wrong for the right. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. So this last song is called Everywhere I Go. Perfect song. We're ready to travel and get out of here and start going some places, right?
Yep. We're ready. I don't know if everybody's ready for us though.
Well,
We'll just distance ourselves from everybody else. Yep.
all right, how do I start? With a G?
Yep, just hold it right there. You ready?
Yep.
Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. There's a city that calls me by name. There's a city that calls me by name. Yes, as I run this race, I am cheered by the saints. There's a city that calls me by name. There's a future that runs through my veins. There's a future that runs through my veins. And there's nothing And I don't walk alone. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. I won't be afraid, this my hope, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you.
All right, friends, so we know, we just talked about it, the next couple of months or month, we're going to be going out and being around people and people we haven't seen for a long time. This is a thing, this is something we've talked about that we are going to really work on, is that we're going to see people we haven't seen for a long time. And there are going to be a lot of these people, back then, a year ago or more, I didn't care if I ever see them. People I have something with, some kind of issue with. And back then I thought, I don't care if I ever see them. Well, you know what? I haven't seen them for a whole year. So now I want to see them. And I want to start fresh. I want to just open my whole heart up to the thing that Rhonda just talked about, the grace, and start over with all these people. It's like, I'm ready. We're going to start fresh and see where it goes. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is 3 months from now, it's the same old thing. Okay, maybe that will be. But the best that could happen is you started fresh and you have a whole new relationship with somebody who you'd already written off, or they had written you off. So, all these possibilities. These are, I want to love these people and bring these people back and just see what happens with this. So
yeah,
be ready to show
space
that grace.
And grace.
Space and grace.
And laugh at yourself.
Oh gosh, that's so difficult, but yeah, that's
okay.
Let's work on that.
Yeah.
So think about that, send that out there, be ready for these people and bring them back into your life, and let's all just try again. So
yeah,
we will see you next week. We love you.
Bye.
A week from today.
See you next week.